What's going on, guys? Theo here with another Fire Emblem video today. So, some of you may or may not know this, because I have made a lot of Fire Emblem Heroes videos in the past, most of them private, before I even started doing King of the Fighters All-Star videos. But when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes, it's kind of my secondary game. I play it quite a bit. I plan on doing a barracks tour of all my games here at some point in the near future, but let's go ahead and just kind of show you just for reference. I do play this game a decent amount, but so today we are going to be going for the new characters that were just released. That would be Triandra and Freyja. I'm mostly looking for this one. I'm looking for the Triandra out of this banner, but if we end up with the Freyja, who is also going to be in the green pool, we have a double mythic hero banner for the first time in this game, if I do recall. And so we're going to go ahead and try and see if we can get one of, if not both of these. I would much prefer, well, I shouldn't say much, but I would prefer to have the Triandra. But also in this banner, for those of you who do play this game, I know there's a lot of people that do play this game, even compared to the King of Fighters. We have quite a great banner here. There's a lot of really good units. So I'll try to, for the people that have not played this game before that might be here from another game, because I do play several different games, and I'm actually going to be doing some content for all three of the games that I play. I play Grand Summoners as well, but I would say that that is definitely the distant third game that I play, but King of Fighters is definitely number one priority. Speaking of that, going forward here in the next week, I am going to, along with, I believe, the video I'm going to do for the Dellen's summons when the second banner for the Seven Knights collab comes out later in the week, I'm going to be doing kind of a discussion video. I'm going to be, without giving too much away from what I'm going to be talking about in that video, because I know more people watch those on this channel, I'm going to be talking about kind of maybe a rebrand or a major change to the channel going forward. I've never really considered this to be a channel that I'm going to be doing for anything in particular, put it that way. I never had a exact idea of where I was going with things, but going forward, I think I'm starting to kind of get an idea, and depending on how some of the videos I do going forward in the next week do for some of these other games, you'll probably see more content for them, because there's only so much I can milk out of King of Fighters, let's be honest here. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, we're going to be using colorless as our fallback color. I do want this Child of Dusk Corrin. She's the best dragon in the game, arguably. I would really like to have her. That and her art is just awesome. But the other two in this pool are wonderful. So we have Shinon here, who is fantastic as fodder for Deadeye. Times Pulse is okay, but then you have the Lull in there too. So he's good fodder. And then Leaf, one of the better archers in the game. I do have him, but more merges wouldn't be bad. So for those of you who play King of Fighters, basically a merge is same as Awakening. Need a dupe in order to power up the one that you have. So anyway, let's go ahead. We'll redeem our freebie here. I did clear my barracks, so there shouldn't be... Oh, wow. Starting off with a banger of a circle. Let's go ahead and start here with the green, but this is going to be pretty much me going for Triandra and then bouncing, probably. I almost still want to go ahead and get into the Double Special Heroes banner. There are two characters in there that, for the few people that have watched some of my Fire Emblem Heroes videos in the past, before I went ahead and kind of transitioned into doing public videos, I sent some of those videos out, and I'm quite the fan of Young Sheeta and Young Duo Paula. So would like to maybe go for some dupes of the Paula, depending on how my orbs look after this video. I'm not going to go super deep, but I'm definitely going to be going for Triandra and Freyja here. I might do a few colorless here and there. I don't know if I'll start on this circle or not. At least we're getting smoke, which, if you don't know, the smoke means that it's at least not below 4-star. But so we got Gunter here, another spoiler, but and we'll go ahead and we'll do the colorless. It's less orbs to pull since we're this far in anyway for it. So if we get lucky, we get lucky. That would be nice. Let's see what we get here. But yeah, so going forward, I'm going to be doing that video for the summoning session with the 7 Knights banner, because obviously I very much so want Delens. I also want Eileen. So we're going to do that here later in the week, probably on the day of release. And then from there, we'll kind of know better what I'm doing with the channel going forward. It's just tough to find content for King of Fighters daily, especially without having necessarily the setup in place yet to facilitate more in-depth videos. In fact, you'll probably notice, obviously, that I'm actually talking to you in this video, which has not happened with any of the previous King of Fighters videos, but that'll happen. It'll happen eventually, unless a bunch of people in the comments tell me that they don't want me to, at which point, well, first, I'd be happy that people are commenting outside of the couple of people that are, and second off, I would knock it off for you. So let's go ahead and hope that there are more green, and there's not, as I say that. This is why we have fallback colors. But our rate is going up. The rates increase the more you summon in Fire Emblem Heroes, so basically every time I summon somebody, my rate, which for this banner I believe is fixed at 8%, if I remember off the top of my head correctly. Actually, we can check. We are at 8.50. Yeah, so they do start at 8%. I was remembering correctly. But the aforementioned banner, if I can find it here, there's a million banners going on right now. That's the Double Special Heroes banner that I kind of want to go into, but we'll see. We'll see how these go. If I end up going broke on this banner, probably not, because as anybody who plays a gacha game knows, in the next probably 30 days or so, is a good chance you're going to go broke on in-game currency, and I definitely am not looking at doing that on this banner. So we'll go probably until about 1,300 or so. So a good amount. If we don't get what we want, then we'll just be upset about it. But what can you do? Generally, this game can be sort of forgiving. Knock on wood. I actually literally knocked on wood there. I don't know if you heard that. But, you know, this game can be pretty forgiving with the rates, and it doesn't cost a ton to summon a hero. At least in this game, you can kind of pick and choose a little bit more. And we are just not getting greens at all. I had actually, a few friends of mine that play this game had been telling me that they hate pulling on green because green just seems like it doesn't show up as often. Could be all conjecture and just us trying to make ourselves feel better about things, but good lord, it is looking like it though. But we have another colorless. You know, if we ended up with a female Corrin, sure, that's not bad. I would not mind that, but and it's not. It's going to be Reese. I would still prefer, though, not to waste my... What are we at 9? We're at 9 now. My 9% chance on a non-green orb, which at least we have one, speaking of. The hardest part of summoning sometimes tends to be the orb color. The pools can sometimes not be on your side. Another Libra. I think we got one of those earlier. Could be wrong. They all start to run together, and honestly, I don't pay attention after I see that it's not a 5-star unit. There are certain 4 stars that I would consider as merge projects in the future, maybe, but right now, not so much. I do not feather farm as much as a lot of people do, so I do not have the ability to just jump in on those. Oh man, they really want me to pull red, don't they? I mean, in red, Elliewood would be cool. That would be a neat pull. Also Lysithea, so maybe. I'm glad we didn't, but sure. I don't have a Lysithea. I used to have an old account, which I did have the original Lysithea. Good gosh, they do not want to give us greens. But she's good. She's a very good nuke, but I don't know. Still holding out hope for greens, but so far not looking great. Another, well, not another, but a Norn. But yeah, on that video later in the week, we'll kind of talk about what we want to do. I'm going to definitely change the channel name and probably clean things up in the profile and kind of make that look more official, as if it actually looked like an actual channel. And I do appreciate those of you. The Mr. Karate, I believe it's the Reviving Hell Dungeon video, did over 300 views, which, fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you who watched that. If you could all kind of maybe talk to IS and tell them I could use some green orbs, that'd be great too. But I do appreciate, all joking aside, you guys doing that for me. And that was awesome. And, you know, again, it doesn't matter to me. I really just make these videos for fun, and I am not going to get green orbs. Wow, this is getting impressive. But at the same time, you know, it also kind of spurred me to maybe start doing more. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to try and do more Fire Emblem Heroes videos. Hopefully ones where I actually pull something good and get an orb color that I want. But, you know, going forward, there will be more of these other games. And if they don't do well, they don't do well. But I enjoy playing them too. You know, it's good to have some variety in your life. But if there are other games that people are interested in, I might consider it. I know a lot of people like to play Seven Deadly Sins. I've heard a lot of great things about that. I've never really gotten into it just because, and don't hang me in the comments, I'm not super into Seven Deadly Sins. But at the same time, it's something I'd consider. But there's a lot of games out there. I know that Genshin Impact is very popular. I had that downloaded at one point and just never got around to doing it. And now the game really just doesn't want to give us anything. This is starting to get sad. Where are we at? 10%. Yikes. Well, with the way it's not wanting to give us a lot of green orbs, that's probably for the best. And we're not even getting 4 stars now. So if this video ends up being very uneventful, I apologize, but not much you can do. Gotcha, gonna gotcha. And wow, they have been giving a ton of red orbs. I have no interest in red. I mean, it's not as bad as blue might be, and wow. At the same time, I don't want it. And we are just getting the shaft. Maybe I should not have spoken nicely about the odds in this game. Might have spoken out of turn. Might have cursed myself. We'll see. I don't know. It's feast or famine sometimes with these games. You're either going to do well or you're not going to do well. But I definitely think that going in on the double special heroes banner is probably not going to happen now. Just because, again, later in the next month, wow, I would like to be able to summon on other banners. I know I have quite a few orbs compared to many people, but at the same time, that is because I spend kind of frugally and try to pick and choose where I go with things. Man, I'm almost regretting picking and choosing this banner now. Good God. Well, we'll see. We might get lucky. We could get 2 5 stars right here, right? Get the Triandra and the Freyja right now, and we're good. Nope, it's not happening. And you watch, when we do pull one, it'll be hell. Not that hell is bad. I have hell. I think I have a +1 hell. I like hell. I do use her. Again, I like flyer teams, but already got her. So another Mustafa. So our rate is, it's got to be getting up there now. 10.5. Yikes. And this is where we stop getting green and break our rates. This is it. Oh, no. That would be too good for our luck today at this point. Yikes. And here we go. One moment here while I do this. This is to give us a good reset. So I've thought about maybe going a little bit higher on my barracks just to avoid this, which it only takes a minute, which is why I'm not spending, because you have to spend orbs to do it, and yeah, just not my thing. I don't like spending orbs. I play this game free to play, and therefore I can't be spending orbs on just about any little thing that pops up, put it that way. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll just do a couple more of these for good measure, and then we will go back into the shaft. Yikes, it has not been good so far. So maybe that was a good reset. Maybe that'll give us better luck now. We'll see. We got to give ourselves hope somehow, right? But maybe we'll get lucky. The rates are high enough now to where anything can pretty much happen. So that, or I'll just keep getting racing. And he is one that I do want to merge up. I actually thought about maybe building a beast team if I get Freyja, but that's probably not going to happen now. So maybe just build the racing and hate myself for it. Oh, man. This is crazy. Not getting anything. There have been times where I have literally gotten the character on the first summon in this game and just been like, I'm out. So maybe this is me paying for all that luck that I've gotten in the past. We'll see. But does definitely not look like we are going to be getting what we're wanting. That is for sure. I'm expecting at this point the pity break at any point. And there it is. The Shinon, the fodder unit, breaking our pity rate. And yeah. At this point, once we back out, our rate is broken. So at this point, I am going to probably summon. I'm going to summon more than what I initially said, but I also think I'm going to summon this circle maybe just to see with the near 11% or better rate if we can maybe pull something lucky. I wouldn't mind a Lysithea because I could use her fodder, so that'd be nice. No. Not happening. So, we'll see. I'll do one more. I don't think I'm going to do the other one, even though it's the cheapest one at that point. I think I'm probably going to back out, because I do want to pull on green. Yeah, no. Bantu. Well, we tried. If anything, we tried. So, now our pity rate back to 8, which doesn't really help much, but, you know, we got a Shinon. I didn't even check the IVs on it. Should probably have checked that just to see, even though I do think he's getting foddered off fairly quickly. But yep, we're not going to keep doing this. At this point, we're just going to keep trying for, oh wow. Yikes. I mean, I could pull those. This is where if this was live, I would ask down in the chat, should I pull these? But since it's up to me and I'm cheap, I'm not doing it. And this game is cheap when it comes to green orbs. Good lord. This is going to be one of those videos where you just do not get the green orbs or the color that you are looking for. But, oh, well, never mind. So this is probably our best chance, I would say. We're actually looking at 4 of them at this point, which is better than we've gotten this entire video. But if it would have come before the pity break, that would have been nice. But, what can you do? Here we are. So let's see if maybe we'll get lucky this time around. At least we're seeing smoke, so that's a sign of something potentially. Of a Titania, apparently. But at least this is a cheaper circle. This has been an expensive summoning pull just because, well, we haven't been getting green, so we've been doing ones at a time. And again, they do get cheaper the deeper you go into a circle, so, which is nice. In fact, I should probably even pull that colorless. That would make sense. Do I want to risk it? We didn't get anything on all 4 of those. Do I do it? Do I do it? No. Not doing it. Not wasting even 3 orbs. Even though this whole thing seems like it might be a waste. What can you do? Man. Not getting anything. Well, this video is either going to end on a kind of down note. I mean, not a huge deal either way, but, you know, we would still like to get what we came for, which is not an echidna. Not even close to an echidna. I cannot believe how poorly these pulls are going. This might be my worst summoning session in this game. It could be. It probably is. It probably is. We have 1 5-star on, oh man, 200 orbs. That is not good. Probably not going to go too far from here. I will definitely do a few more, but probably that many. Probably not going to go that much farther. We'll see. At this point, it might make sense to just go to the 1200, but I would prefer not to. I would prefer just to get Triandra right here, maybe. Oh, there we go. So we got Freyja. Okay. Awesome. Hey, you know what? That works. That's fine with me. Let's take a look. Plus res minus defense. Okay, so at least none of her important IVs were touched. Her defense and res are terrible to begin with. So, okay, cool. So we got Freyja. At least we can get out of here without feeling too bad. We'll do a few more. I would still like to get the Triandra. You know, maybe that was our luck turning too. Who knows? Probably not. But, you know, if it's not, whatever. We're happy with what we got there. We'll take it. We got some fodder. We got the Freyja. Her IVs weren't terrible, which even though anymore that doesn't really make a huge difference because you can modify them now in one of the latest updates. But hey, you know what? We'll take what we can get. There's Titania. And to be honest, I don't necessarily need Triandra. I would really like to have her, and I do think she's coming back fairly soon, probably in the next couple of months. I haven't necessarily sat down and looked at that too closely, but, you know, it would still be nice to have her, even though this has gone very, very bad, historically bad for me. But I do it for you, though. I do it for you. Another colorless, heavy circle. I'm backing out after this one, so let's see what we get. Mercedes. A lot of people out there, they simp for the Mercedes. Not one of those people. I do not get it. But hey, to each their own. You can simp whoever you want to simp, unless it's Triandra, at which point you're not going to get her anyway. So, speaking of simp-heavy characters, it's Camilla. Well, it's almost as if she heard the term simp and was like, oh hey, here I am. The simp queen herself. I wonder why. So, let's see. Smoke. It's going to be nothing. It's nothing. It's a raven. Oh, man. We're not going to go any further, probably, than the 1200 mark. It's just probably not going to happen. Sorry, guys. But, I don't know. At this point, I kind of want to press my luck, but I don't. But, we'll see. And we have to do this again. I don't even mind this as much when it's a bad summoning session, because to be honest with you, it kind of gives you a break from the dread, which there is quite a bit of right now. That will more than do for now. All right, well, probably going to be the last few summons on this banner. Triandra, the dream, probably not happening. Although we did get Freyja, and I am not upset about that whatsoever. And in fact, hey, maybe it's the game's way of telling me, yeah, build that beast team you were talking about. Give you all these raisins before, end up taking you down and getting you the Freyja. Maybe that's what I should do. Who knows? Probably will at some point. Wow, high fae. Not what I want. All right, well, 1200 on the nose is where we could probably stop this. Let's see. Let's get a 5-star. Because at this point, I do feel like, is my pity... We'll look at the pity and we'll decide. Appearance rates. I am at a 9%. I should probably break that and end. More than likely. That would be the smart way to do things. But who knows? I could go all the way up to 14-15% and not break it. And we'll not be going that far, but we'll see. I would like to not waste that. So while it's a little bit up there, we'll go ahead and try at least. And it's hell. Well, hey, it's a 5-star. It works. Oh man, it's funny. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going into my other hell. We'll get this red wall before we finish off our. And it's nothing. Well, it is what it is, right? Before we do end this, though, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at what that Shinon was, though, because we did get the Shinon as well. Let's see, where is... he's neutral, so no boon, no bane, just completely neutral. Perfect fodder, Shinon. But hey, we got Freyja, we got her, we're happy. Very happy that I got her, and not with bad IVs at all. So I'll definitely be building her up next. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that it was not King of Fighters, but hey, you know, hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I got the shaft big time, but hey, you know what? It wasn't that bad. We had some fun. We made some pulls, got some fodder, got the banner queen herself. And hey, I'm happy with it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then please subscribe, please comment, please like, please dislike. I don't really care. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So, I know I said I was done, but then I decided to do another 20 orbs. And look at that. I'm sorry that I did not record those. The video was getting long. But just so you guys know, it happened. We got the Triandra. And it's plus speed. It's plus speed. Well, would you look at that? Well, boys and girls, we're happy. Look at that. What a world. Well, we got the shaft in the beginning, but hey, it worked out. We're happy. All right, guys, end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully we do better in the King of Fighters later this week, but you guys all have a good one. Thanks for watching this video. Sorry it was so long, and hey, hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. See ya.